Hello and welcome to the first follow-up video of the first tutorial in the AutoHotKey tutorial series. In these videos, I'm going to be going over in more detail the subject that's covered during the tutorial. So the tutorial is basically an introduction, maybe an example or two of each of the things we're going to be covering. But in these follow-up videos, we're going to have a lot more practice using the things that we learned during the tutorials in much more deeper ways, and really explore some of the options for each of the things that we cover. I don't know if you're like me, but for me, I like to have a lot of examples. I learn best by having the more examples, the better, and being able to play with and manipulate the things that I learn. So, with that in mind, this first one is going to be kind of bland and boring. I'm probably not going to be able to cover everything that was in the very first tutorial in just one video, so there's probably going to be 2 videos, maybe 3 videos. But if you're just starting out, this is going to be a very helpful tool in getting good at writing your scripts and your programs. Okay, so I tend to ramble a little bit when I do these recordings. I haven't done too many videos, so you have to bear with me. As I do more and more of these tutorials and so on and so forth, I will get better, I imagine. So first thing is, you might notice this arrow moving around the screen. Now, if you watched the first tutorial, you'd know that you couldn't see my cursor, and you still can't see my cursor. But I made this so that way it follows my cursor around. But it's not exactly lined up with my cursor. So if you see this period right here, my cursor is right now beside it. So if I click on that spot, you'll see it highlighted now. So just know that my cursor is slightly up and to the left of where this arrow is. Okay, so moving on. In the last episode, we talked about where you can download and install AutoHotKey, and I imagine that anyone who's looking up a tutorial on how to use AutoHotKey already knows that stuff. Okay, but you know, it's something that has to be included in the beginning of a tutorial series. It just has to. Okay, but what I didn't cover was some of the resources that you can access to help you with your program writing. And the first thing we'll go over is the script editor. Now, I've been using AutoHotKey for about 6 or 7 months now, and up until 2 days ago, every single one of my scripts has always been written just using a blank notepad. Just like this notepad right here. I just changed the name of it to AutoHotKey. But 2 days ago, I decided to finally get myself an editor. So you can go Google, and I'll get up a new page. You can go Google and you can say AutoHotKey script editor and download and install this. Oops. Okay, this is the one that I'm going to be using, so if you want to follow exactly along with what I'm going to be doing, I suggest you get this one. But whatever, Notepad++, you can continue using just a blank notepad. It's all good. But if you want to follow along exactly, go download this. Go ahead, pause the video, download it now, install it, and you come up with this. All right. So it has syntax. So see how it's blue? So it has syntax highlighting, blah blah blah. You can run the script from here. You can have multiples of them open at the same time. Very helpful. I wish I had gotten it a lot sooner. Next is the help files that come with your game. So if you go to where you've installed your AutoHotKey, you'll find this line right here. And it says AutoHotKey. This confused me when I first got it. It says AutoHotKey EXE. So when I first got this, I double clicked on that and I was like, what the fuck's this? It gave me this. I double clicked on it, it gave me this. I was like, okay, great, I got the help files, but where do I fucking actually write my scripts? It just didn't make any sense. It didn't say it was a help file. It said it was AutoHotKey EXE. What the hell's going on? But anyways, if you double click on that, it'll bring you to the help files, and it has all the different resources that are in it. So all the syntax, all the commands, everything that you need. All right. The problem with this here, though, is that whenever you downloaded this, that's where it stops. So there's no updates, there's no new examples, no nothing, right? So if I downloaded this 5 years ago, this page here is from 5 years ago. So I prefer to actually go online, and if I go and just type in a basic command, so let's say graphical user interface or GUI, I'll usually get something like this that says AutoHotKey documents. And then if I click on that, it'll bring me to a page that is pretty much, hurry up, okay, pretty much the exact same as the help file, right? Except that these can be updated. So there's that. Next is forums. AutoHotKey has their own forum, and when you're looking for stuff on Google, a lot of the times you're not going to actually find it in the documents. You're going to end up finding it in the forum. So get accustomed to being able to go through the forum. Maybe make yourself an account. I don't have an account yet. I might eventually. For me, I need instantaneous gratification. So for me, if I have a problem, posting a subject on the forum and then waiting an hour, a day, a week, 2 weeks, a month for a reply back to my problem isn't going to cut it for me. I just don't have the patience for it. Maybe you do. Maybe you do, so you can make yourself an account on the forum. But like I said, for me, I can't wait. No. I'll search Google for hours and hours and hours before I'll ever make a subject in a forum. But who knows? Maybe you'll get a reply back within 5 minutes. Or it could take a year. Who knows? So anyways, it's there. You can look up anything you want on the forum. And I'm rambling again. Okay, this next part is a very important thing. And I can't tell you how much problems I've had because I didn't actually do this when I first started. And it's only recently that I've started to get more and more into this. It's naming your files. Now, you can name your file anything you want, okay? Or your script anything you want. So it can be just, I can have it 112.ahk. That's a script. But what about 6 months from now when I want to find something? An example of how to find, like, let's say the pixel under my mouse cursor. What if if I had a program that I already had written and gone through a bunch of examples of how to use that? Now, because I named it 112, how the fuck am I going to find it? I can't find it. Likewise, if I just said pixel get color or find the color of a pixel, perhaps I have other programs that do similar things, but they're a little bit more involved. They have more specific things that they do. So if I had a naming convention or a system of naming, I would be able to navigate through my past scripts and find exactly what I'm looking for really easily. And not only that, but I'd also be able to find the scripts that I can get rid of. Because a lot of the scripts that I have, and if I pull up this, right, a lot of these are useless now. Like a lot of these are from when I first started writing scripts. And if I pull up one, let's say this one here. So if I go to my editor and I look up this, like this, I've gone way beyond this. This is basic now to me, right? So, but do I know I can throw it out? Or does it have something in it that's important that I can refer to later on to get a specific line of code or the parameters of something? So if I had a good naming convention back then, it would save me a lot of problems. And an example of this is, so let's say I'm writing a script for a game. So let's say the game's called Starport, which is a game I used to play a long time ago. But let's say I wrote a script for that. So let's say the first script I write, it's called Starport Script. And then a week later, I've gotten better at writing scripts, and so I decide to redo the script. So now I have a new script, and what do I call it? I call it New Starport Script. And then what if I want to update it again? What am I going to call it? New starport script? And then how about new starport script? Or how about this? Starport script, and then it's better starport script. And then even better starport script. Or best starport script. Where do I go from there? Best starport script? So what I'm trying to say is your name can be a mile long. Literally a mile long. You can expand it out and read the name. So name them things that really make sense down the road. Okay, rambling again. Okay, and making folders. So if you're working, so let's say that right now you're just learning how to use AutoHotKey. So let's say one of the examples was mouse move command. So you can have a script that you name different ways of using the mouse move command, and you can save it, and then later on down the road, if you want to check out the syntax of how to do it, or if you had some unique ways of using it, you can just refer back to that script, copy and paste elements of it into your new script, and you don't have to go search it online, because it's a lot easier to navigate your own scripts and understand what's going on in your own scripts than it is for somebody else. So make folders. So you make a folder of all the different commands. So you have mouse move, click, hotkeys, blah, 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 right? They're all in one folder. If you want to go back and find the syntax for those commands later on, you just open up that folder, find the corresponding file, go into edit that file, look what it says, and then you can go to your new script and say, okay, now I remember how to use this, right? Easy. So making folders is a good way of doing that. Another good way of doing it is if this is my taskbar or toolbar or whatever at the bottom of my computer screen, I actually have the most active folder attached to my toolbar, and the way you can do that is you just right click anywhere on your toolbar that there's some open space, and it'll give you this. Go to toolbars and then new toolbar, and then select the file that you want to have there, and anything. So the particular one I have right now, it has, a couple scripts in it. A bunch of them are useless, but I was just testing some stuff out. But anyways, this is a folder that I'm currently using attached to my desktop, and I can change it out. I can put another folder in later on if I'm working on something else. Okay, so I think that's all the time we have for this video. In the next video, we're going to actually start going into the actual commands that we learned in the first one, and we're going to go over all their different parameters, how to use them, different ways to use them, and a whole bunch of examples of that. So I hope to see you in the next video. Make sure that you have your new script editor, because this is what we're going to be using, and I'll see you there.